Already dear chartered accountant, if I'm not wrong, in our last lecture, people, we had studied something called as a masters. Masters regarding the six most important processes. Yes, yeah, no. Yes, sir. The common points, if you want to just got to recall people, I can just give you a recall that invalid changes are made to dash master file. Only valid changes are made to dash master file. Changes to the master file are not accurate. All changes to the master file are accurate. Changes to the master file are not processed in timely manner. All changes to the master file are processed in timely manner. Records are not up to date. Records are up to date. And system access to maintain the desk master is not restricted to authorized user and is restricted to authorized user. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Do you remember all these points? 100%, sir. So now, my dear child, let's continue our journey for the next one. Now, my dear child, we are going to study a very important concept. And that important concept is what, my dear child? We are going to refer the transaction. Okay, we have learned already the masters related risk. Configuration, setuping the software, masters, setuping the permanent account, and based on which, my dear chartered, we enter the journal entries into the software. That is called as what, my dear chartered? Sir, transactions. My dear chartered, to understand the transaction in the most effective and efficient manner, one of the most important requirements that you need to fulfill is to remember the procedure. As people we are learning the concept today, I'm expecting one most important thing that I hope you remember the procedures also. The first one, people, we are going to refer right now. It's P2P, procure to pay. We are purchasing the raw material from the vendor after making a proper purchase order. Once the material is received, it will be received by our store department. They will create the goods receipt note or material receipt note. Yes or no? Yes, sir. And finally, my dear chartered, with the help of the material receipt note, our accounts department will work out detailed procedure and makes the payment to the vendor. Yes or no? Yes, sir. We remember this procedure 100%. Sir. So now, my dear children, we are going to refer the next one. That is transaction related risk and control. Okay. Yes. Now, whenever we are remembering people or whenever we are studying transaction related risk and control, please, my dear children, do remember this thing. Sir, what is that? That procedures are important. If you remember the procedures, you will be able to solve the any transaction related risk and control in the most easy and in an efficient manner. Today, my dear chartered, after finishing the transaction, we are going to start a very important topic, my dear chartered, that is flowchart. So I expect each and everyone's 100% attention on the transaction also. In last, I will give you the common points to be remembered in the transaction head, just like masters, and then people will continue our journey for the flowchart. So let people try to figure it out a very interesting concept called as risk and control related to what my dear chartered sir P2P process, that is procure to pay, sir. Yes, my dear chartered. So let us continue transaction related things. Tell me, people, in procure to pay, the first and foremost thing was what? Sir, the first and foremost thing is that if we prepare proper purchase order. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How many copies for purchase order, my dear student? Sir, three copies. One will be sent it to the vendor. Yes, sir. Second will be made available to sir store department, and third one sir to accounts department. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just remember the purchase order. Okay. Yes, sir. So amount posted, my dear child, in accounts payable, because obviously today if I am purchasing the goods, then definitely I am creating some liability. Yes, sir. Because in future when the goods will be received, do I require to make them the payment? Yes, sir. So the first people risk under the P2P process is what? Sir, it is very simple that whatever the amounts are we had posted in accounts payable department are not properly calculated and recorded. First, most common risk people which you find in every part of risk, transaction related risk, that is improper calculation. Understood? Yes, sir. Whenever I am writing negative, controls would be sir positive. Amounts posted in accounts payable, sir, are accurately calculated and recorded. Understood? Yes, sir. Second, my dear child, it may be possible that we are recording the amount for the goods and services for a long period. Yes, sir, that could be a possibility. Bill is in the of March and I'm recording in the month of April. Sir, it would be disaster. Yes, yeah, no, my dear chartered. Yes, sir. Still is. Amounts for the goods and services received are recorded in the wrong period. So on the other side, sir, amount for the goods and services received are recorded in the appropriate period. Always remember, you just need to remember the negative side of it. Positive will be automatically there. Understood? Yes, sir. Suppose, my dear children, right now we have purchased the goods from vendor. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. And now I want to return it. Yes, sir. So definite credit note kind of documents are prepared. Yes, sir. Depending upon advance purchase or whatever may be the purchase. So first major also arises that credit note we have generated, but that is calculated wrongly. Yes, sir. So what do you want is the positive side? Sir, only same thing, sir. Credit note and other adjustments are accurately calculated and recorded. Agree? Yes, sir. I returned the goods, my dear child, in the last quarter itself. Understood? Yes, in the month of December only. But my chartered accountant had recorded, or my accountant, sorry, had recorded this transaction in the month of January. Don't you think so that quarter-wise it will give me the wrong result? Yes, sir. Because the transaction belongs to the day, has to be recorded on the same day and same date only. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. If recorded later on, will it give me the wrong output? 100%, sir. Common sense, sir. Yes. So credit note and other adjustments are recorded in the wrong period. Let me figure it out the solution, sir. Credit note and every other adjustment should be recorded in an appropriate period. Possible? Yes. What if I have procured the goods? Yes or no? Yes, sir. So do I require to make the payment to my vendor? Yes, sir. They are the creditors and you need to make a payment to them. Agree? Yes. Making the payment to vendor, my dear children, in accounting term, it is called as disbursement. What it is called as, my dear children? Sir, disbursement. Is it possible that I want to make the payment to Ram Kishan, okay, and I have made the payment to Radha Kishan? Possible? Yes, sir. You want to make a payment to Ram Kishan, but by mistake you made the payment to Radha Kishan. Also, there could be a possibility that I want to make a payment of 50,000. By default, I clicked 10 extra, and the total payment went is 5 lakhs. The 100% possibilities are there. See this, my dear chartered. Concentrate. Disbursements are made for the goods and services that have not been received. We have not received the goods yet. Our GRN MRN is not created only, but vendor has sent the invoice, so we made the payment. Sir, it could be disaster, sir. First, you check it out whether the goods have been properly received or not, and then only, sir, make the payment. So please compare all three things, sir. Purchase order, what you had ordered, GRN MRN, what you had received, and for what you are ready to make the payment. So thereby, disbursements are made only for, my dear charter, that goods and services are received. I want to make a payment to sir to Ram Kishan. By mistake, my dear charter, I made a payment to whom? Sir, to Radha Kishan. Don't you think so? It's a risk. Yes, sir. It's a risk. So thesis. Disbursement are distributed to unauthorized suppliers. What would be the control for this? Sir, disbursements are distributed only and only to the appropriate suppliers. Understood, my dear charters? 100%. Sir. And last one, people tell me who should make this journal entries into the software? Authorized person or unauthorized person? Authorized person. Suppose my peon, office peon was free. He said, sir, why are you lying, sir? Give me this computer, sir. I will pass the journal entries so easily. You know that? I will kill myself. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I if you will make the journal entries, what kind of books of accounts he will prepare, I'm damn sure you can easily imagine. Yes, sir. Because he may not be having a very good knowledge of accountancy, sir. He may not possess that which accounts are debited, which accounts are required to be credited. Nothing he knows. Just he says that, "Okay, let me make an entry. Will I allow? No, sir. But suppose if I allow, then, sir, you are taking so much risk. Still, my dear sir. System access to process the transaction has not been restricted to authorized users. Means any Tom, Dick, Harry can come to my books of accounts and can pass the journal entry. Don't you think so? It would be a tremendous risk, my dear chartered. Yes, sir. What would be the control? Sir, do only one thing. All sell transactions, whenever you want to record it in a system, have to be restricted only and only to the sir authorized person. Don't allow unauthorized person to tap into only. Do you agree with me, my dear chartered? Say yes. Yes, sir. Yes, hello. Yes. Come on. I request my dear chartered to quickly go through with this diagram very fast, very quick, please. Disbursement refers to, my dear chartered, making payments. My dear chartered, please read it very fast. And finally, at the last, people, I will give you a small shortcut to remember this answer. Okay. At least I think so people you had figured out the some solution like transactions are not recorded accurately, transactions are not recorded in the system, it is recorded in the wrong period, and system access not restricted to authorized user, not recorded in an appropriate period. These are the common things, my dear channel. So don't worry about it. It's a very simple and very easy answer. Clear, everything is clear. Ding dong. Okay. Now, my dear, second important process. That is what, sir, O2C, order to cash. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. What happens generally in my dear charters in order to cash process? Sir, in case of order to cash, you are there in your shop, customer will place an order. You just check the credit limit of the customer, whether you should allow the customer credit or not. If everything is okay, sir, then ask inventory department whether goods are available in the inventory or not. If available, sir, arrange transportation and send it to customer. Yes, yes, sir. If my dear child, products are not available, not ready in stock, then sir, inform to manufacturing department, get your products are properly manufactured, and finally, sir, then arrange the transportation, send it to the customer. Agree? Yes. Sir. What is the role and responsibility of my dear chartered of my accounts department? Sir, your accounts department will draft the invoice, send to the customer, collect the cash, and close the invoice. Now, my dear child, try to understand one thing, only a small thing. Suppose, my dear child, you are an accountant in that company, okay, which is actually right now doing the order to cash transaction. You are the person who are going to make the entries. List out all those things in your mind where there could be a chances of risk. Okay? Yes, sir. Let's try to figure it out, people, the solution. You will definitely love it. First one, my dear child, is what? Orders are processed exceeding the customer credit limit without approval. It means, let me give you a very simple example. Suppose, my dear child, your company's policy is very simple. Whenever the customer places order with you, my dear child, you have the policy 50% advance and 50% one week credit. Understood? Yes, sir. Suppose, my dear child, you are running a cake shop. Okay? Yes, sir. Okay? So, suppose you are having a very simple thing that 50% of order value you take in advance and 50% on delivery. Understood? Yes, sir. You are doing which shop, my dear child? Sir, cake shop. What is the criteria, people of your organization? Sir, we took 50% advance and 50% on delivery of product. Okay? Suppose, my dear child, myself comes to your shop and I order for a cake worth rupees 10,000. Okay? Yes, sir. Now, how much advance I should give it to you, my dear child, according to this? Sir, 5,000. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. But suppose, my dear child, if I just gave you 3,000 rupees as an advance, do you think so, people, your credit system is getting violated? Yes, sir. Your credit policy is getting violated? Yes, sir. But, my dear child, with this condition, suppose you process my bill, then tell me subsequent rates has been increased or decreased? Sir, increased. Are yaar, please respond. Increase or decrease? Sir, increase, sir. Yes. So always remember, my dear child, orders are always required to be processed according to the people credit limit of the customer. Understood? Yes, sir. Let me give you our best example also over here. Okay. Yes. This is the done. Done. Second is, my dear child, creating bill or invoice. There could be a possibility that people with unauthorized terms and conditions, with unauthorized terms and conditions, you try to create bills and invoice. Yes, sir, that could be a possibility. Agree? Yes. Should I give you one practical example for this, my dear chartered? Yes. I please concentrate, okay? Girls, I'll keep you in example later on. So you will be coming, but wait. Boys, always remember, my dear charters, when you tomorrow become a chartered accountant, and if your mom is asking you that I want washing machine, I want refrigerator, I want oven, or I want any other appliances, then please people on the name of becoming chartered accountant always have this clarification that you will always take your mom to exactly that center. Let the mom should choose whatever she wants to buy. Even if she says that, okay, my dear child, I trust your skill, I trust your knowledge, I trust your this, trust your that, don't believe. Take your mom to the actual market. The reason I will tell you, if you purchase the product with your latest knowledge, you will always prefer what? Sir, latest technical product. Yes, yeah, yes, sir. And your mom will know how to use that technology. Agree? Yes. And believe me, after that, that technology is stupid. Technology is idiot. Technology is not working properly. Problem will be in technology. Remember this thing, okay? Yes. Plus, she wants matching with the interior. I am searching this guy who has actually bought this word into the market called as matching. Because you know, my sister, when she wants to purchase a dress, she wants matching shoe also, according to her, sandal only. Boys knows only sandal, okay? Then long hill, short hill, we know only top of the hill, okay? Yes. According to boys, there is only one hill. Yes, sir. Further, my dear childrens, okay, further, my dear channel, if girls is going to the market and if she is buying something now, she would have a very good convincing power to convince the mom. I'm a fabulous fan of this thing, people, that girls is having so super convincing power. Whatever they are bringing now, mom will accept it. And even if the mom is not ready to accept, she has a that power to convince the mom that mama will see that this is perfect. If boys is bringing anything into from the market now, if mom does not like it because of X, because not that X, because of X, Y, or Z reason, my dear child, then definitely she will find it out the problem in that product. So always take your mom to the market. Understood? Yes. It should be in public interest for all boys, those who are very soon going to become a chartered accountant and right now sharing screen with me. Apart from this book and everything, people, let me tell you one thing. This was my personal experience, which I had just shared right now. Okay? Yes. After that, my dear child, my mama asked me that she wants to buy a washing machine. Okay? Yes. I took her to the Reliance Digital store. I asked her to select according to her true choice. So, you know, quite good varieties were available. Finally, she selected. I said, Mama, are you literally happy with this product? She's like, yeah. It is matching with the color and everything. I think so, it's good. I said, Mama, specification wise, product one is better as compared to this product. But mama is like, no, I love this product. Finish. Finish. Didn't close. Okay. But to my surprise, when I visited my dear charter into that store, you know what happened? Sir, what happened? To my surprise, my dear charter, I was asked when I entered into that Reliance Digital, I met one person, okay, and he was my student. I started my teaching career, my dear student, when I was in a 10th standard. I used to take a tuitions of the night. From that, my teaching career goes on and on and on. Okay. So experience is quite long. Some of my students already got married also, and they are the children also. Very soon their children will come. My student also. Okay. So a long journey is there to go. Just like J.K. Shah sir. Okay. J.K. Shah sir is the only person, people I think so, in India who becomes chartered accountant. Then he talks to the some student. Okay. They become chartered accountant. And today, their children are becoming chartered accountant under the guidance of J.K. Shah sir only. So superb journey. Yes, my dear chartered. Further, okay. So I visited to that store and the person was there. Okay. He has meet me and he's like, sir, welcome you, sir. Sir, I am a floor manager here, sir. Sir, whatever product you want to buy now, sir, just buy it. Whatever the discount will be there, maximum discount, I'll make it available to you. And you know, people, the person who is right now there in front of you, okay, is Gujarati. The only one thing we Gujarati people loves, the best food that we love is a discount. We are the people that create store nonsense sometime into the market. Like even after getting out from the auto now, if auto is asking 150 rupees, me it's like, bro, we both come together now. Let's share, okay? Half of rent. Are you getting my order? Just steadily people, okay? Not like this. Don't criticize me or my family. But yes, discount would be the best thing I can say. Let's share. Yes. And just imagine, Reliance Digital is already the best outlet which already sells the product on discount. And I want further discount on that price also. Sir, so fantastic. Yes, it's very hard to earn money, people. Try to understand. Yes, yeah, no. Yes. So, Mama purchased finally, and then I came to that payment counter. I went to that manager, sales floor manager. Okay, my student only. He's like, sir, maximum discount on washing machine would be 7.5%. Means like, bro, 7.5%. What is this percentage? It's not even a good bargaining power out here you are keeping. Give me at least 10% discount. He says, sir, if I put anything above than 7.5 now, bill will not be generated only. Sales will not be recorded in the system only. I said, I don't trust you. Because I was knowing this ERP based softwares, but I just want to see the practical, whether the companies are actually using this ERP feature or not. So he prepared the bill in front of me people. He put the 8% discount over there. And the bill was rejected by bringing the one message on the screen. Access denied, maximum discount on this product, 7.5%. Just imagine what it exactly means. Sir, it means very clear if unauthorized bills may be generated. Okay, manager may give the discount 10% or 15% to you, sir, and bill will be generated, sir. But it's a tremendous risk, sir. So we should have the control that bill cannot be generated on unauthorized terms and condition only. Understood? Yes, sir. Now, my dear chartered, my work is over. Two things I just made it clear to you. Number one, orders are processed within the approved customer credit limit. Yes, sir. Second risk, sir, invoices are generated using unauthorized terms and price. Bumper discount offered. Sir, it's a risk, sir. So invoices are generated by using only authorized terms and price. What is the maximum authority discount, people? Sir, 7.5. So maximum discount will be made available to you, my dear chartered, is how much? Sir, only and only 7.5 percentage. Agree, my dear chartered? Yes, sir. Next one, people. When we are doing order to cash process, there could be a possibility that invoices are not calculated accurately and recorded. Yes, sir. Many times we go to a, whenever we are going to a small restaurant, when they prepare the bill manually for our food now, sir, we need to do the calculation check once again. Because generally they increase the 30-40 rupees in between to that. Wrong calculation could be possible. Yes, sir. No? Yes, sir. So all invoices, my dear chartered, are accurately calculated and recorded in this system. So there will be no mistakes. Agree? Yes, sir. Further, my dear child, there could be a possibility that recording the invoice with the wrong amount. That means what? Suppose 12,500 was the price and you record just 1,25,000. Sir, 1 0 added, paid it cash. Hey, try to understand. It's a big difference. Only 12,500 rupees got differentiated. Yes, sir. Suppose, my dear child, invoices are not recorded only into the system. Escape invoice, 2 pages were moved together. So we forgot to record that sales into our books of accounts only. Is it a risk? Yes, sir. So what would be the control? Sir, all the invoices, whatever we are issued now, that must be recorded into the system. Agree? Yes, sir. Refer my dear sir, the first 3 points, first 4 points very fast. Sir, orders are processed with exceeding the customer's credit limit without approval. All orders must be processed within the limit, sir, after taking approval. Please refer the second, third, and fourth point now. Then, my dear subject, still here. Okay. Yes. Proceeding further deeper, there could be a possibility that invoices are recorded in the wrong period. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because the invoices of the month of March, but I have not recorded in the month of March. Instead of that, my dear charter, I make an entry into the month of April. Sir, full financial year got changed. If the December month bill is there, I recorded in the month of Jan. Sir, quarter change. Are you getting my one of you? Yes, sir. So very important. All invoices are must be recorded in an appropriate period. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. Tell me, my dear charter, in case of order to cash, in case of what, my dear chartered? Order to cash. When I have people selling the goods, do you think so that I am going to receive the money? Obviously, sir, if you are selling the goods, then definitely you are going to receive the funds. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. So, first point, people, that cash receipts are not recorded in the period they were received. Sir, it's a risk. So, what is the best solution? Sir, cash receipts are recorded in the period they were received. Agree? Yes. Further, my dear children, cash receipt data are not entered correctly. We received 2,000 rupees, we recorded 20,000 rupees. Don't you think so? That could be a tremendous disaster, my dear children. Yes, sir. That could be tremendous disaster. So we want that all our cash receipts, my dear children, must be entered accurately only. Understood? Yes, sir. Please read these 3 points, balance points very fast, very quick. Done all, my dear children. Everyone? Okay. Now, people, remember the next one. That is inventory cycle. This question is not favored by the Institute, my dear charter, asking generally for the 2 marks. Okay. And the 3 steps are there that we need to remember. Every company, people, which is either doing a manufacturing business or doing a trading business, require the inventory with them. Yes, or no? Yes, sir. Obviously, they require the inventory. They are either doing which business, my dear chartered? Sir, of trading business, buying and selling of goods, or sir, manufacturing business, bringing the raw material to the factory, converting them into the finished goods, and making sure that finished goods reaches to customer on time. Yes, or no, my dear chartered? Yes, sir. Agree? 100%. Still, inventory cycle is a process accurately tracking on-hand inventory vehicle level for an enterprise. Okay, this typical phase of inventory cycle, manufacturers are as follows. For manufacturers only they are given. Okay, yes, sir. First one, sir, obviously ordering, bringing the raw material into the factory. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. So the first phase, my dear child, which we are having is what? Sir, ordering phase. The amount of time it takes to order and receive the raw material, sir, it's called as ordering phase, because here we have just ordered, and the time it will take, sir, to deliver the goods, we need to think of it. Yes, yeah, no? Yes. Presume my dear child, finally material received. So the second step would be, sir, once the raw material is available, you should start production for the goods and services. Yes, yeah, no, my dear child? Yes, sir. Still is. The work in progress phase relates to the time it takes to convert the raw material to the finished good. Okay, ready for use by the customer. So second next step is what? Sir, it is work in progress, converting the raw material into finished goods. Do you agree with me, my dear child? Say yes, sir. Yes, sir. Are you sure? Yes, sir. And third, last one, my dear chartered, is the finished goods and delivery stage. Once the finished goods is ready, people, if customer has already demanded those goods, let it sell it to customer. If not demanded, sir, put it into the stock. Yes, yeah, no, my dear chartered. Yes, sir. Please respond. Only small thing Professor Jigar Joshi is expecting from you. That is, be energetic and keep on responding. Agree. Yes, sir. Series. The finished goods, my dear chartered, that remain in the stock. The finished goods which remain where, my dear chartered, in the stock, and delivery time to the customer. Remember, this comes into objectives. The inventory cycle is measured always in terms of number of days. Understood? Yes, sir. So inventory cycle is always calculated in what number, in what measures, my dear chartered, sir, in the measurement of number of days. Agree? Yes. Can you please repeat these 3 points very fast, very quick, my dear students? Please revise it. My dear students, those who are regularly attending this lecture, it's very nice and very super, my dear students. Because to remember this chapter or to again spend a time for watching this lectures and all people would be literally time consuming activity. And if your syllabus is getting done at the early stage, then please, my dear students, make sure that you are revising on a daily basis. Okay, my dear students, can we proceed? Yes, sir. Come on. Very good. Now we are going to see transaction related risk and control. Okay. With reference to what? Sir, with reference to inventory. How many phases were there? Sir, 3 phases. What were there? Sir, raw material order, WIP converting into finished goods, and third one, sir, finished goods supplied to customer. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. Now, in this process, my dear chartered, what are the general risks are there? I again repeat, my dear child, this transaction related risk are simple. Please keep your eyes open, ears open, and mood fresh. Understood? Yes, sir. Your energetic behavior will definitely help you, my dear child. Your energy level will definitely help you to understand this concept easily. Say this. Yes, sir. Number one, sir, raw materials that were purchased and accepted, sir, without valid purchase order. Sir, it would be disaster, sir. Store department should not accept any raw material unless and until they have the notice of purchase order. And then for anybody to supply anything here, if my store department keep on storing all those goods, it would be a disaster. Yes, or no? Yes, sir. So raw material should be allowed in the store department to store, but only, my dear charter, when we have valid purchase order. Yes, or no? Yes, sir. Say this. Raw material received and accepted only if they have a valid purchase order. Agree? Yes, sir. Now there is the biggest mistake is that people that we received 5,000 kg material, but our store department recorded 500 kg. Sir, disaster. See this. Raw material receipts are not recorded accurately. Sir, all raw material received must be recorded accurately. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. People, when we received the raw material, do you think so? Do you remember that we will first do the quality check in the quality department? Remember that thing? Yes, sir. Whenever the raw material comes, we immediately check the product with our quality department whether it is matching with the quality or not. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. And if there is a discrepancies, if there is an issue, if there is a problem, so what we'll do? Sir, inform to vendor, hey bro, please take this garbage back. I had ordered high quality product. I want that high quality product only. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. So, defective raw material might be charted if it is not returned promptly to the supplier. Don't you think it's a risk? Yes, sir. Because if suppose the goods are sell on a sale or return basis, then within the number of days, sir, we need to inform that we are returning the goods. Otherwise, he would consider sale and then we need to pay for that defective raw material also. Yes, yeah. Yes, sir. So all defective raw material media charter must be returned promptly to the supplier. Understood? Yes. Now, if you want to add certain points from your end, like defective material is not recorded accurately, can be there. Understood? Defective raw material which is returned is not recorded in the system. Sir, if it is defective raw material, if we returned, then it must be noted into the register. Understood? Yes, sir. Suppose, my dear child, we prepare the finished goods. What we prepare, my dear child? Sir, finished goods. Now, finished goods, we will send it to whom, my dear child? Sir, customer. Suppose customer rejects it. Then we require to record it. Yes, sir. In an appropriate period. Yes, sir. Must be accurately. Yes, sir. But all these things, people, did not happen. Do you think so? It's a risk. Yes, sir. Serious. There are the 3 points over here, my dear children. If you want to divide these 3 points, you can divide and make 3 points extra also. Agree? Yes, sir. Serious. Finished goods returned by customers are not recorded completely, not recorded accurately, and are posted in an inappropriate period. So what do you want? Sir, we want control of this. So how can it take control of this? Sir, finished goods which is written by customer must be recorded accurately, must be recorded completely, and must be recorded in an appropriate period only. Understood, my dear child? If goods are returned by the customer in the month of March, we will record it in the month of March only and not in the month of April. Understood? Yes. Now, my dear child, we are sending the goods to whom, my dear child, in O2C, sir, to customer. In inventory, finished goods are sent to whom? Sir, obviously to customer only. Obviously, yes. Suppose, my dear child, shipments are not recorded in the system. Sir, it's a risk. We want all shipments are to be recorded. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. Shipments are not recorded accurately also. So it's a risk. Shipment must be recorded accurately. And my dear chartered, last point once again I want to ask you. Can a peon or a tea maker in my organization, should I allow him or her to make the entries related to inventory master? No, sir. Only and only, sir, proper, valid, and responsible accountant should do that entries. Yes, yeah, no, my dear chartered. Yes, sir. Series. System access to process inventory as related transaction has not been restricted to authorized user. Don't you think so it's a risk? Yes, sir, it's a tremendous risk. So, all the system process inventory related transaction has to be restricted with the authorized users only. Agree, my dear children? Yes, sir. So this is people inventory. Please, I give you 2 minutes right now. Time, my dear children. Refer the inventory related risk and control very, very, very fast, please. Done all, my dear children. Still studying. Should we proceed, my dear children? Come on. Now the very interesting concept comes, my dear child. That is human resource. You know, people, whenever we are doing organizing in our organization, people, whenever the organizing is done, we basically, my dear child, select the three types of resources. How many types of resources, my dear child? Sir, three types. Number one, my dear child, is physical resources. Sir, what it includes, sir? Array, my dear chartered. It includes raw material, furniture and fixtures, plant and machinery, all fixed assets and required raw material is calculated as what? Sir, physical resources. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. Second, do you think so, people? I require people. Financial resources. Yes, sir. Without which company will not work. Financial resources like, sir, fixed capital, working capital, and third one, my dear child, the most important resource is human resource. So why you are saying that the human resource is the most important? Because, my dear child, physical and financial, both the resources are considered as a passive factor of production. Considered as what, my dear child? Sir, passive factor of production. It means what? Sir, material will not go by walk into the machine itself. Machine will not start its production automatically. Sir, money will not go directly into the market and get spent. Yes, or no? Sir, all these things are passive factor of production, and to make them active, sir, we require human resource because human resources is the active factor of production. Yes, or no, charters? Yes, sir. And thereby understanding the human resources, managing these human resources fantastically, it's the primary move. Agree? Yes, sir. Now, this HR related process people is generally asked in the examination. So always remember procedures in a very perfect manner. Are you ready for learning the same media chartered? Say yes or no? Yes, sir. Okay. Many people are not responding yet. Sure. Come on. People, if you remember the chapter number one only, question number three only, in that supporting process, I had already explained these HR related functions. Yes, sir. So first one is, my dear started recruiting, and second is onboarding. Onboarding means what? Sir, selections. Understood? Yes, sir. Asking everyone, my dear child, to apply for a job. It's what? Sir, recruitment. Recruitment means what? If I want to one chartered accountant, then I request all the chartered accountants in India to apply for that job. So that means what? Sir, recruitment. And after recruitment, my dear chartered, what I'm going to do? Sir, selection. Are you getting my point of view? Are yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. Selection is very important process, my dear chartered. Recruitment is a positive function, whereas the selection is a negative function. Agree? Yes, sir. Because in recruitment, my dear child, we ask everyone, okay, to apply. But in selection, people, only the best candidate with the best knowledge or from whom we can get the maximum outcome people will be selected and others will be rejected. Understood, my dear child? Please read the first paragraph very fast, very quick, please, my dear child. Should we proceed, my dear child, please? Moving further, my dear child, second one is an orientation and career planning. See this, my dear child. When it was the first day of your school, just remember how innocent you were. Yes, sir. When it was the first day of your college, sir, we were just feeling completely boring because nobody was knowing each other. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. We were sitting alone. We are discussing amongst ourselves only, sir. We have no idea what to do, what not to do. Completely confusing state of mind was there. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. But you know, people, I just want to add something over here. In online class, I had seen the people, okay, like during the school time or college time when we actually physically goes, we are like, hey bro, how are you, bro, perfect one, like these things we do, okay. But here to actually we can't do anything. In that scenario, I've seen the people those who comes first into the classroom now when they start them, their first reaction is like, is I looking perfect or not? They will settle their hairstyle and everything, and they'll see that whether I'm looking perfect or not. At least they are looking themselves only, okay. So I go thanks to Zoom session because at least you got a time to see yourself. Instead of giving a lot of respect to the others, now you have started giving respect to yourself. You are discussing about yourself and you are thinking about yourself, which matters a lot, my dear chartered, rather than others. Am I very clear to you? And that's a great thing. Thanks to Zoom, thanks to Corona, thanks to everyone, those who actually allow us, given a time to recognize ourselves also. Yes, no doubt, negativities are there. Handle it later on. First, now, my dear child, suppose people you join the company, the first and foremost thing which you want to know now, it's only one. Who is my senior? Who is my junior? Who will order me? Whom can I order, sir? Obviously, sir, once this some familiar relation is generated, na, sir, if I will be introduced to everyone, everyone is introduced to me, then, sir, it will be definitely superb. Do you agree with me? Say yes, yeah. No? Yes, sir. And that's the same thing, my dear chartered, called as orientation. Orientation means people welcoming the new person and making him comfortable or comfortable with the business environment. Understood? Yes, sir. Seriously. Orientation is the process by which the employee becomes the member of a company. Just for 1 second, please wait. Yes. Orientation is the process by which employee becomes the member of the company's workforce through learning her new job duties, establishing the relationship with the co-workers and supervisors, and developing a niche. What is a niche? Yes, small team. Understood? Yes, sir. They will be able to develop a niche, a small relationship between each other, and a small coordinated relationship, I would like to. Yes, sir. Second most important thing, my dear chartered, that whenever the company in your organization, if the employees are coming now, it is your responsibility, my dear chartered, that you should work for their career planning. You should work for what, my dear chartered? Their career planning. So, what is the career planning? So, career planning refers to, my dear chartered, if you are appointed and if you are having a very good knowledge, suppose, listen to me, career planning. If you are, my dear chartered, you are appointed as an accountant and you are having very fantastic and fantabulous, I mean to say, skills of accountancy, then I should offer you only and only accounts department so that your career will be planned properly from junior to senior and senior to super senior. You can become expert in your field, but I should not offer you any other department. Otherwise, I am losing the efficiency of both. You will be losing efficiency on accountancy and I will be losing account efficiency in production department because you are very good in which department? Sir, accountancy. Then I should always offer you with job, sir, accountancy related only. Understood, my dear charters? Yes, sir. Third one, my dear charter, it's a career development. It is very important, my dear charter, that to anyone whom you are appointing in your company, my dear charter, their career must get developed under your, organization's management. Example, people, 9th June 2016 was the day, people, where Jigar Joshi has started his first lecture in JKSA classes at Ahmedabad. I just joined as a CS teacher, okay, or a company secretary student. I was not knowing that I will be one day become a faculty for the IT in this industry also. No doubt having the knowledge of IT was obviously there, but I had never tried for it. I really respect the JK Shah sir for these people, okay? The person who knows how to handle the human resources. He had developed my career like anything. No doubt, whenever I made a mistake, he scolded me a lot. He taught me, he had given me a lot of guidance, people. He actually, in each and every part of my people teaching career, sir was always there to guide me, just like a people, one best mentor, father level. He was quite good with this. Are you getting my point of view? Yes, sir. And he had actually developed my career in this field. So people, it is very important. Like suppose if I am appointing anyone people, but I'm keeping after even 10 years to him as a junior manager only, I'm not promoting him to be a senior manager, or I'm not doing his career development. I'm not allowing him to take the new responsibility. I'm not allowing him to take the in charge of something new thing. Then definitely people are playing with that person's that candidate's careers, and he will leave the company. So it obviously is important, my dear chartered, that you should develop the career of each and every employees too. Am I very clear to all my dear charters? Yes, sir. And last but not the least, my dear chartered, termination. Now, termination would be on a three front, my dear chartered. First one, after a long and successful journey, the person retires successfully. Generally happens in case of government organization where the teachers and the government staff retires, okay, exactly on their retirement age, 100%. Second one might be people, if it is private organization, then employees are quite people opportunity oriented. So whenever they got the good opportunity, they will switch to another organization. Then they will terminate their job in earlier organization. Yes, sir. And third one, people, if employees are not giving you the proper response, the proper outcome, then definitely, my dear chartered, you need to leave them. You need to remove them from the company. Yes, yeah. Yes, sir. Also, my dear chartered, if employee is working fantastically, then should I give vertical growth to him? Yes, sir. And that is what? Sir, promotion. Vertically going down, sir, demotion. Horizontally shifting from one department to another department, my dear chartered. Sir, the best one. What is that? Sir, transfer. All these things, my dear chartered, is required to be worked out in a fantastic manner. Say yes, yeah. No? Yes, sir. And that is the termination and transition period. Understood? Yes. Please, my dear child, refer these both the points very fast, very quick. Done how many subjects? Fourth point includes both between people termination as well as transition. Okay. Yes. Now, people remember that I had actually explained you that configuration related risk arises only under two conditions. Number one, whenever the HR changes, yes, sir. And number two, my dear charter, whenever there is a general ledger changes. Yes, yeah, no. Yes, sir. Do you remember this thing? 100%, sir. Now, say the people, what are the risks, okay, at the configuration level? Tell me, my dear chartered, if any employee has already left the company, should it continue his access to my computer system or should I discontinue? Sir, discontinue. If the continuous access given people Do you think so that he will conduct the fraud? Yes, sir. If the continuous access is given, then might be, sir, he will take away the company's data. He may sell it this data to somebody or to our competitors. Yes, yeah. Yes, sir. So first risk, my dear child, employees who have left the company still continues to have this system access. So disaster. Yes, sir. So how to control it, my dear children? Sir, system access should be immediately removed. His password and his user ID should be immediately defunct, defunctionalized when employee leaves the company. Understood, my dear charters? Yes, sir. Second one, sir, employees have the system access in excess of their job requirement. Means what? A production manager is getting access of balance sheet. Don't you think that that could be disaster? Yes, sir. So what would be the best way to control it? Sir, employees should be given with a system access only on the basis of need to know or need to do. That is, my dear child, but nothing RBAC. Role based access control. Agree? Yes, sir. And this question, my dear child, is already asked in November 18 exams. Agree? Yes, sir. Wait for 1 minute, my dear child. I want to show you something important today. Sir. Oh, sir. What is important to see, my dear child? Sir, it is purely the website of the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. I'm going for the student, going on the BOS knowledge portal, that is Board of Studies. Kidding. I go to intermediate course. Yes, sir. Move to the paper number 7. Yes, sir. Moving on the question papers. Yes, sir. May 2018 question. Okay. Now, my dear child, please keep your eyes open, ears open, and concentrate. See this. If you had studied till today only, okay, considering after your foundation result, my dear child, till today, whatever you had studied in EIS, see this, my dear child, how it matters a lot to you to revise. First question, business intelligence. We had done people in chapter number 2. Yes, sir. BI we had just learned recently only. Please respond, my dear child. Yes, yeah, okay. Yes, sir. Second one, my dear child. Question number 3A. A manufacturing company's implementation of an ideal ERP software where a single database is utilized that contains all the data of the various software modules. Identify the module of an ideal ERP software. Yes, sir. All the modules. S&D module, P2P module, only the name has to be returned and some of the introduction of it. 6 marks. Question number 4A, my dear student, please refer. Automation of business process has introduced the new several types of risks in the banking services. Yes, sir. You being a branch manager of a CBS branch, my dear student, list out the some internal controls you think to be implemented. Sir, we remember, make a checker difference. Yes, yeah, no. Then job rotation. Yes, sir. Proper distribution of authority and responsibility. Yes, sir. Details of road security forms must be informed to senior officials. And sir, fraud prone item must be kept into custody of at least 2 officials. Remember? Yes, sir. People 6 marks answer done. Then people question number 5A. That is from chapter number 1 of regarding flowchart area chartered that we are going to study today only. Yes, sir. 5B. Nowadays, credit cards are extensively used by a chartered for the making a payment. As a consultant to the credit card section of a bank, advise the risk involved in credit card process. Risk are there. Credit line setup is unauthorized and not in a line with the bank policy. Credit line setup in CBS is unauthorized and not in a line with the bank policy. Customer master defined in CBS is not in accordance with the pre-disbursement certificate. Inaccurate interest or charges being calculated in CBS. Then, sir, inappropriate reconciliation made and credit limit may be breached. Remember? Yes, sir. All 6 risks you have to write down, no rules. Only risk. 4 marks. See the question number 6B. Sir, explain the significance of front end and back end of the software for 2 marks. People, your IT paper over and section B SM paper starts. Now just imagine people, if you had studied this much also, then this 2 mark question, yes sir, 4 marks, that is 6 marks, 6 marks, then this 6 marks, sir, 12 marks, 12 marks plus this 6 marks, sir, 18 marks, 18 marks plus, my dear chartered, this question of 2 marks, 18 plus 2, sir, 20 marks to already done. Yes sir. Not only this, my dear chartered, but one more paper you have to consider right now, that is of November. Please, my dear chartered, concentrate over here, okay? Yes sir. Data analytics, we had studied. Yes, sir. Chapter number 2. Proxy server from chapter number 5. Yes, sir. Now, question number 2B. A business organization is planning to have an integrated software of accounting and tax compliance together. Yes, hello. Yes, sir. Instead of separate software, being a consultant to the management, writing down the advantages and disadvantages of both. That's chapter number 2, last question. We had already done. Yes, sir. Question number 3A, my dear child. Please concentrate on the screen and be energetic, please. Yes. See this. The web applications are one of the 2 ways of using software, my dear child. Remember question number 2. Sorry, chapter number 2, question number 10. Yes, sir. Advantages and disadvantages of using web application. Sir, 6 marks plus 4 marks, total 10 marks question, and earlier 2 marks 2 question. 14 marks is done. Yes. Not only this, my dear chartered, but little bit going ahead. See this. Question number 5B. Explain the various key inbuilt architecture into CBS. CRI, remember, customer centric, resource optimization, regulatory compliance, and information flow. 4 points, 4 marks. Sir, 18 plus 4, 22. Next one, question number 5A. Please read the question number 5A, my dear standards. Everyone, in line with the suggestion of RBI, Messrs. ABC Bank is planning to obtain ISO 27001 2013 certification of its information security management. Remember? Yes, sir. You are an auditor to require to prepare the list of simple risks with reference to this. Remember? Yes, sir. Risk and control you had explained us after the process. Remember? Lack of management participation to keep the securities assets in a proper form. User accountability is not established. Improper. There is a flood, heat, and fire risk is also there, but no controls have been taken. Yes, sir. You had explained everything. Now, question number 6B, my dear children. Please refer it. See the amazing thing. State the required characteristics of goals to be achieved by implementing BPA. Remember that 5-point SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, relative, and timeliness. SMART. Chapter number 1: how to adopt a business process automation procedure, in which the topic number 4. And see the last question, which was no doubt asking object or only, but still give 2 examples of risk and control objectives for the human resource at configuration level. Sir, at configuration level, 2 risks are yet studied, sir. Number 1, employees who have already left the company is still given with the system access. And second one, sir, the employees are getting over and above their job profile some access. Yes or no? Yes, sir. Are you clear till here, my dear charters? Agree? Yes. My dear charter, I just want to start with a new concept, that is a fixed assets. Before that, I am just giving you the 3 minutes break. Get it fresh. If you are a little bit feeling lazy because you just ate the food so nice, then please wash your face and come into the class with little bit freshness. Please, my dear charter. The question is important for 8 marks. So take a 3 minutes break, get fresh, and come back. Yes, all my dear charter, please come back. Your 3 minutes successful break comes to an end. Yes, sir. Now, my dear charter, moving ahead to the next very interesting and very important concept, and that is called, my dear charter, fixed assets. Okay? Yes, sir. Every company, my dear charter, is required to, people properly keep the record of their fixed assets. Whatever the fixed assets we are purchasing, whatever we are storing the data in it, and every other things are required to be taken care. Say this. Fixed asset processes ensure that All the fixed assets of the enterprise are tracked for the purpose of financial accounting, preventive maintenance, so that we can maintain the all assets and record all the assets as per our book of account. Yes, sir. Also, my dear chartered, threat, threat of theft deterrence. If there is any asset is missing, then we can immediately understand that which asset is lost, where it is lost, what could be the possibilities and other things. So, people, it is very, very, very important, people, that every company should have its own fixed assets module system. Now, fixed asset is a very simple and very common module, people, in which we record all the transaction which is related to fixed asset, which is related to what, my dear chartered? Sir, fixed assets only. Agree? Series. The steps of fixed assets processing. These steps can be asked for a 6 months, and thereby, my dear chartered, I request every chartered to keep complete attention over here. Yes, sir. Series. First one is procuring asset. Procuring is what? Sir, purchasing the asset, taking on the lease. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. Series. An asset is the most often entered into the accounting system when the invoice for the asset is entered. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. If we had taken on credit, then, sir, into the accounts payable or purchasing module of the system. That assets procurement is required to be recorded. Second, my dear child, is registering or adding an asset. Now, what we are going to do? Sir, suppose we were already having the computer. Okay. Now we added some parts in it. Possibility? Yes, sir. Suppose I don't have any asset with me. Now I keep on purchasing one by one assets. Do I require to add in the fixed assets module? Obviously, sir, you need to add in the fixed asset module. Series. What information we need here? When we purchase, we put it into the use, its depreciation basis, depreciation amount, everything. Say this. Most of the information needed to set up the asset for the depreciation is available at the time of when the invoice is entered. Yes, sir. Information entered at this stage, my dear chartered, include acquisition date, when we had purchased that asset, place in service, when we started using that asset, what is its depreciation description? Yes, sir. Asset type, whether it is a fixed asset or whether it's a current asset, cost basis, and finally, my dear chartered, depreciable basis. All these things, my dear chartered, are properly recorded in what? Sir, fixed assets module. So, number one, sir, procuring the assets. Number two, sir, registering or adding this asset into the module. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. Third one, my dear chartered, many times it happens, like, people, we do some repairs and maintenance to the assets, and thereby, my dear chartered, automatically life expectancy of the assets increases. Understood? Yes, sir. Example, suppose, my dear chartered, you are having plant and machinery, or say, for example, building. Okay, building only. I'll take a very simple example. Now you provided people proper repair and maintenance to that building. Don't you think so? If we are providing proper maintenance to the building, the life expectancy of that building will increase? Definitely, sir. Its depreciation basis will change. Yes, sir. Its depreciation amount will change. Yes, sir. Suppose, my dear child, it may also happen. Like, suppose your technology becomes outdated, then it is required to be, sir, software upgradation or something has to be done. So again, people, you are doing something to increase the value of that asset. Yes, sir. All these things, my dear child, comes under a very important word called as adjusting the assets. Understood? Yes, sir. Any doubt? No, sir. Say this. Adjusting the assets. Adjustment to existing asset information is often needed to be made when people event may occur that can change the depreciable basis of an asset. Further, there may be improvement or repair has to be made to the asset, or either add the value to the assets or extend its economic life. Whenever any incident take place, my dear chartered, because of which, if my asset value is either increasing or either decreasing, either, sir, increasing or either decreasing, that is required to be noted down. Yes, yeah, no, my dear charters. Yes, sir. And that is comes under adjusting the asset. So 3 points we had done, people. Number one, procuring the asset. Yes, sir. Number two, registering or adding the assets. Yes, sir. And number three, my dear charter, adjusting the assets. Understood? Yes, sir. Please read all these 3 points very fast, very quick. Meaning of placed in service means started utilizing the assets. Purchasing date would be different and utilizing the day when we start utilizing that machine maybe the different date. Then maybe it's clear. Say yes or no. Yes, sir. Okay. Moving ahead to the fourth one, ladies and gentlemen, it is transferring the assets. Now, transferring the assets is nothing but, my dear chartered, maybe sell off or maybe includes what? Sell transferring to another department of the same entity. Sales. Fixed assets may be sold or transferred to another subsidiary company, reporting entity, or a department within the company. This may result into the change the impact of an asset's depreciable basis. Yes, sir. Also depreciation and other assets data. Yes, sir. Whenever, sir, we are selling or whenever, sir, we are recording any asset, sir, entire module gets affected. Last but not the least, people, this needs to be reflected accurately in the fixed assets management system. Next, it comes to what, sir? Depreciate, sir. According to the wear and tear of the asset, sir, it must be required to be recorded, and that is nothing but, sir, periodically we must record our own depreciation in the accurate manner. Yes, yeah, no, my dear students. Yes, sir. Say this. Depreciation is an expense which should be periodically accounted in the company's books and allocated to the accounting period to match the income and expense. Last but not the least, my dear student, is disposing the asset. Now, what do you mean by disposing the assets? Sir, when the asset become obsolete, that is outdated, sir, or it is of no longer to use, sir, completely damaged or deteriorated with this something, then, sir, it important to sell off that asset. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. And whatever the profit or whatever the loss we are having, that will be considered as what? Sir, capital profit or a capital loss. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. Because selling asset, it's not our regular activity. See this. When a fixed asset is no longer in use, becomes obsolete people, okay, and is beyond to repair also, the asset is typically disposed, sell off. Any difference between the book value and realized value is reported as what, my dear charter, gain or a loss. Agree? 100%, sir. Please refer these 3 points very fast, very quick. Please, my dear chartered accountant. It's very important topic to refer it. Please refer it perfectly. Then, my dear chartered, whenever when you started you are recording in an ERP software now, your assets, software will automatically tell you, would you like to make a depreciation or not? Would you like to provide the provision for the depreciation or not? If depreciation is required to be provided, then what would be the percentage? Everything would be clearly mentioned over there. Okay, my dear students? Yes, sir. Come on. Should we record now transaction related to fixed assets, my dear student? Ready for the same? Yes, sir. Sales. Transaction. Risk and control objective, my dear student, which is related to, sir, fixed assets. Can we start? Yes, sir. Sales. Fixed asset acquisitions are not accurately recorded. Sir, all fixed asset acquisitions must be recorded. Fixed asset acquisitions are not recorded in an appropriate period. Sir, all fixed asset acquisition must be recorded in an appropriate period. What is acquisition? Purchase rate. Purchase or taking on lease. Yes, sir. Fixed asset acquisitions are not recorded only. We had acquired so many assets but not recorded. So that could be disaster. So what would be the best control? Sir, all fixed asset acquisition must be recorded. Understood? Yes, sir. Next most important thing is what? Sir, is to provide depreciation. Mistake done over there also. The depreciation charges are not recorded in the appropriate period. Sir, all depreciation charges must be recorded in an appropriate period. Yes, or no? Yes, sir. Fixed asset disposal or transfer, my dear charters, are not recorded only. Don't you think so? It would be disaster. Yes, sir. So all fixed asset disposal and transfers are recorded accurately. Understood? Yes, sir. Fixed asset disposal, my dear chartered, and transfers are recorded in an inappropriate period. That is not recorded in the period in which actually we have sell off. Sir, that would be a disaster. Let me record sir, all the disposals and transfer in an appropriate period. And last but not the least, my dear charter, you know, always I say, who should enter the record related to fixed assets? Authorized user or unauthorized user? Sir, authorized user. And that is the reason, my dear charter, system access to process fixed asset transaction not been restricted to authorized user. Any person is recording fixed asset transaction. Don't you think that would be disaster? Yes, sir. So best is, sir, transaction must be restricted to be entered by only and only authorized person. Understood, my dear charters? Yes. Any doubt, any queries, any confusion to any of you, my dear charter? Not at all. Yes. Next one, my dear charter, is journal ledger. Journal ledger refers to what? Creating all the other accounts people other than the procedure that we had studied, like creating debtors, creating bills receivable, bills payable, creditors, bank account, and then, my dear charter, making the journal entries. Making what, my dear charters? Sir, journal entries. And that is nothing but, my dear charter, creating general ledgers. Are you getting my point of view? In general ledger, people, you have all three things. Configuration also, masters also, and transactions also. I just want to ask you, my dear charters, that I have explained you people all these five processes related configuration, masters, and transactions. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. Can I, my dear chartered, trust you that you will refer general ledger by your own, and if my dear chartered is facing any problem related to any point, then tomorrow's class, my dear chartered, you will be 100% given an opportunity to ask the doubt. Can I trust you for referring at least one answer by your own when I have already five answers which is related to the same? Yes, sir. Okay. So journal entry, my dear charter, journal ledger, I mean to say, I am just keeping with you. General ledger, you just refer it. If you are not understanding, please, my dear charter, don't even worry for a 1 minute also. Because anyway, very soon, people, I am going to explain you that thing also. If you face any difficulties or anything. But right now, my dear charter, I'm just taking this 4 points related to configuration, 2 points related to masters, and this 4 or 5 points, my dear charter, 4 points related to transaction. Please refer this much by your own. Am I very clear to all my dear charters? 100%. Are you sure? Now, I want to request all my charters one thing. Please, my dear charter, keep a pen ready with you. Black color pen, and most importantly, a proper notebook. This would be the two most important requirement, my dear charter, for our next question to study, where we are starting, my dear charter. The next thing that is a very simple thing, flow chart. So before I start, my dear charter, flow chart, I am waiting for 1 or 2 minutes for you. Please take your notebook with you. Please keep a ready water bottle or anything, whatever you want. And also, my dear charter, the important thing, okay? Please keep all these things ready. Notebook and black pen would be the most important requirement. Should we continue, my dear students? Ready with everything? Yes, yes, sir. Okay. Now, people, we are going to start with a practical concept. So, before you start with the practical concept, let me tell you one thing. Please, my dear child, you can keep your cameras all time on. Second most important requirement is to keep your 100% attention to the topic. Please do not keep on and switch off your cameras because the blinking of lights in front of my screen disturbs me a lot. So I request you, stay tuned, stay connected, learn each and every aspects. If you are facing any problem during the lecture, my dear starters, then please ask me immediately. Am I very clear to you? Yes. I am trying my level best to put it this thing into the most easiest form. Now, one by one, we'll see the things, we'll write it down the things, people, and we'll understand. Okay? Yes. Listen me. Listen to me, my dear channel. Sorry. Okay. Now we are going to start with the flow chart. What do you mean by the flow chart? Flow chart is nothing but, my dear charter. It is a graphical representation of a software. What I said, don't write it down anything, please. I will give you the swear of becoming chartered accountant then. Yes. Instead of that, people, please listen to me. You do not require to write anything unless and until I say, my dear chartered. Now, please copy the note. Till that time, put your pen aside. Listen to me. Listen to me very carefully. Now, people, first of all, suppose I want to construct a bungalow for myself, or you want to become the chartered accountant. You purchased a, a quite good, at most 4,000, 5,000 square feet minimum people, okay, space in Matheran or on any hill station, okay, yes, okay, Kulu Manali or somewhere, and now you want to, construct a bungalow over there, a quite good bungalow, okay, yes, or maybe in your city only, maybe at your native only. Now, when you want to construct a bungalow idea chartered, what is the first requirement? Sir, I will meet the architecture and first, sir, I need to finalize the design of it. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. Why? Because once the design is finalized, sir, then contractor will start constructing it. But at least the basic structure, the blueprint of that, sir, is required to be get it ready. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. And my dear child, get it ready with our blueprint or get it ready with our topics. That is what especially design is nothing but called as flow chart. Now, my dear child, why it is called as a flow chart also? Let me tell you the truth also. Actually, this chart is graphical representation, okay? And it is a flow of data when the software starts till the software ends. So from start to end, how the software is going to function, that I am going to write it down in a coding language. In a which language? Coding language, and not in a paragraph format. So I will make the designs, and in design people, we are going to put this coding, and thereby it is actually indicating flow of data, start to end, starting the software till the software process the entire transaction. So it indicates flow, and it is represented in which format? Graphical format or paragraph format? Sir, graphical. Graphical representation is called as what? Sir, preparation of charts. And thereby, my dear charter, this concept itself is called as a flow chart. Understood? Yes, sir. Any doubt? No, sir. Agree? 100%. It indicates the flow of data and it is represented, sir, in the format of what? Sir, charts. That is why this topic is called as a flow chart. Now, what do you mean by the flow chart, my dear charter? So, the first one I'm writing, flow chart is nothing but graphical representation of software. Graphical representation of software is called as what, my dear charter? Sir, flow chart. Flow chart is nothing but it is a graphical representation of software. Understood? Yes. Second most important thing, my dear charter, whenever the flowchart you are drawing a people, always remember, you need to prepare it by using the black pen only. Understood? That is a thing, people. This principle is given by Jigar sir only. You will not find it out into any books or anywhere. So please don't try to search it, sir. These are all custom designed by JJ Baba. Okay. Yes, sir. I have just given it this kind of people charts in the morning also. Okay. I'm just presenting in front of you. No doubt we are going to write it down all these things. Don't worry. Okay. Yes, sir. Let us proceed with the same thing. Okay. Yes, sir. Second, my dear child, use of black pen and ruler whenever required. My dear child, once again I am confirming this truth. Please don't ask me next time, okay? That sir, can we use pencil? Can we use blue color pen? Simple, I said that use of black pen is only availability. And that to people, wherever possible, use ruler. Don't make free hand drawing. I know and I respect my dear chatters that you are very fantastic and you are having fantabulous people skills of drawing. By rough hand, you can make the sketches of even Jigar sir also. Thank you for that. But right now, your attention should be only on one thing, that is purely, sir, using black pen and scale wherever possible. Understood? Yes, sir. Any doubt, any queries, any confusion to anyone, people? Not at all. Agree? Now, my dear child, this flowchart concepts can be asked in your examination for 4 months also, for 6 months also, and even for 8 months also. There could be a three possibilities: 4 months, 6 months, and 8 months. Agree? Yes. And my dear child, if you do thoroughly practice, thoroughly, 100% dedicated hard work, my dear child, if you do for this topic of a flow chart, believe me, it can fetch you with the highest marks. Because in a flowchart concept, my dear child, securing the good marks is very, very, very easily possible. Sir, why? Array, it does not take, my dear charter, to draw, does not take more than 5 minutes to draw one flowchart. And just imagine, people, within the 5 minutes, if I can finish the 4 marks question, 5 marks, a 6 marks question, or an 8 marks question, okay, all three cases can be done, people, within the 5 to 6 minutes maximum. Don't you think so? It's a really good. Yes, sir, it's really good. And also, my dear child, one of the best important benefit, okay, which I just would like to tell you is that suppose, suppose the third one, okay, that if flowchart asks the people, then there is a least possibility that they can reduce the marks if you are drawing accurately. So if the entire flowchart is drawn accurately, my dear child, believe me, automatically you will be able to fetch a good marks. That's another advantage. Are you getting my point of view? Yes, sir. So third advantage is what? Flowchart will give you stepwise marks also. If it is done accurately, the teacher can't even reduce 1 mark also for anything. So first one, sir, it's easy. Yes. It requires attention. Yes. It requires highly dedicated practice for this. Yes, sir. If we are doing flowchart, people, on the same day, if you are not practicing it, my dear charter, then definitely this could be a disaster for you. But if you practice perfectly, this would be the best thing for you. Are you getting my point of view? Yes, sir. Third thing, my dear charter, is to mention that rough diagram in mind, actual diagram on paper. Now you will see that, sir, what you are writing all these things. My dear charter, let me tell you this truth. That rough diagram means what? First in the mind, people, you require preset decision that how would you like to design your future. And then only, my dear charter, actual data will be put it on the paper. If rough diagram is not drawn in your mind, people, it would be disaster to draw the final things on a paper. So whenever you are drawing or whenever you are designing, my dear charters, your flow chart, then please do remember that in a mind, first create your images and then only, people, put it on the paper, because you don't have a single scope of doing mistake, my dear charter. If you are doing even one small single mistake during the entire flowchart concept, my dear charter, then that could be a disaster for you. Sir, why? Even if a single mistake is done, then you need to cancel that entire flowchart and you need to start redrawing once again from the beginning. Understood? Yes. Mistakes are not at all permitted, my dear children, over here. So please make sure this three principles which I had explained you right now. Number one, sir, rough diagram. Sorry, flowchart is nothing but the graphical representation of software. Use black pen only. I'm writing very clearly. Black pen only. Rough diagram in mind, actual diagram on paper. Understood, my dear students? Just to maintain, uniqueness in both the batches, people. I am taking the data from my previous group so that nothing goes you too wrong or them too wrong. I can easily explain you. Let's see the principal number this and this because it's my orally generated. Yes, sir. Now, total, my dear students, every flowchart every flowchart will have three types of activities. How many types of activities, my dear child? Sir, three types of activities. Number one, my dear child, okay, that is input. Okay, yes, sir. Just a minute. Huh. Input. Second one, my dear child, will be process. And third one, my dear child, will be output. So there will be input, yes sir. There will be process, yes sir. And then there will be, my dear chatter, output will be there. Understood? Yes sir. Remember these three things very clearly. That input, my dear chatter, would be always done one time only. So it's a one-time activity. Understood? Yes sir. OT, one-time activity. Process, my dear chatters, can be for multiple times. So I'm writing it's a multiple time. Can be multiple time. Please. Can be multiple time. So in bracket, I am mentioning empty. Yes, sir. And third one, my dear child, output. Output can also be, can be for multiple time. Understood? Yes, sir. So I am here also mentioning what? Sir, empty. It means, my dear child, in one single flow chart. Okay? Yes, sir. One minute. Yes. So number one, sir, it's input. Number two, it's process. And number three, it's output. In one flowchart, my dear charter, always remember your input will be always once only. Input cannot be for multiple times. Understood, my dear charter? Yes, sir. In a one single flowchart, people, multiple calculations can be there. Okay? Yes, sir. So that process could be for multiple times, two times, three times. Yes, sir. It could be there. And number four, third people, output. Output can also be for multiple times will be there. Agree? We will solve this type of question, people, where the output will be of more than one time. System will generate different two outputs. I'll teach you, don't worry about it. Okay, my dear standards. Say yes or no. Yes, sir. Till here, everything is clear, my dear chartered. Yes, sir. Now the fourth one, my dear chartered. Okay, fifth one. Fifth one is the process, people, that I am going to explain. That is a basic design. What I am going to explain, my dear chartered, it's a basic design. Now, see this. The basic design of every flowchart, my dear student, is that every time, my dear student, we will always do with a start. First, the software is required to be start for. Understood? Yes, sir. After start, my dear started, the next important point would be input. Would be what, my dear started? Sir, input. After input, my dear started, we will have the next thing, and that is process. Yes, sir. After process, my dear started, the next most important thing that software will generate is output. Yes, or no? Yes, sir. And after output, my dear starters, the last very important thing would be stop. That software is required to take a rest. Understood? Agree? Yes, sir. Now always remember, my dear starters, that start and input, both will be, my dear starters. 1 minute. Start and input, both will be, my dear starters. Only one time activity. Understood? Yes, sir. Process and output, my dear chartered, can be for a multiple time. Yes. And again, my dear chartered, stop would be one time activity only. Understood? Say yes or no. Yes. Fully clear till here? Yes. All flowcharts will have this basic structure that they will start, then there will be definitely input, then there will be definitely process, then there will be definitely output, and finally stop. Agree? Yes, sir. In this process, my dear student, in this entire flowchart process, these two position will be fixed. Start will be fixed and stop will be fixed. Other things can come before or after also. Okay. Yes. Other things may change its position, but always remember start and stop will be always fixed. Every software is required to be given with the command start, and every software, once the work is done, it must be, my dear chartered, given with the command stop. Are you clear till here? Have you understood this much? Yes. Okay. Next one is everything in caps. I think so. Yes. Next one, people. Sixth one, everything, people, whatever you are mentioning over here, na, everything should be in caps only. Everything in caps only, unless provided in question. Understood? Yes, sir. Till the time, people, if that information is not provided, okay, in a question, then make sure that everything, entire flowchart should be always must be written in capital letters only. Suppose, my dear student, suppose even if the Jigar sir is writing and even if he is making a mistake, please you just rectify by yourself that you need to write it down in capital letters only. If it is about question, my dear charter, where I need to use the small letters, then I will define that thing. Don't worry about it. Yes, yeah, no, my dear charters. Say yes. Yes, sir. Okay. Now, number seven principle, my dear charter. Okay. Yes. Before we go to seven people, I would request you to please copy the first four. Now you copy first four very fast, very quick. And please, my dear children, the next would be a very important thing. I am going to show you some diagrams and everything. So please write it down these 4 points very fast, very quick. Then, my dear children, for all those who are saying that now they were writing along with me. I hope you understood that Jigar sir got the degree of fraud examiner professionals. He can easily detect the fraud in a fraction of a second. Done already, started first 4 points. Everyone, Please write it down very fast. Copy my dear student, the fifth and sixth point also very fast, very quick, please. Done, my dear students, everyone. Can we proceed? Next one, people. For every, this is very important one, a very important one. Yes. For every short form used in flowchart, please provide index of full form. Understood? Yes, sir. So whenever, my dear child, if you are do not write, please. If you are people using any short form people, you are defining any short keywords for the a big word, then make sure that in an index, please provide the full form of the same. You know, people during the school time, when we used to do mapping work, in a map, we used to fill that all the data, state and everything. Okay. Then again, people, we used to prepare the index and we used to mention that what sign indicates what. Yes, yeah, no. Same way over here, my dear students. Whatever the short form we are using, we need to provide the entire and proper index of full form also. Am I very clear to all of you, my dear students? Say yes, yeah, no. Yes, sir. Number 8, my dear charters. Now it's time come for learning the design. Now listen, my dear charter. If you become a software engineer in India, can you work in USA? Yes, sir. Best example, Sundar Pichai, sir. Yes. Okay. IIT. And now, sir, entire Google. So it's very important, my dear charter, that we want some universal language. Okay. And entire coding language of a software, my dear charter, is universal. Whether you are in India, Japan, Germany, Thailand, Philippines, or your favorite country, my dear charter, that is Australia, still the software development process will remain the same. It is not going to change. Are you clear with this? Yes, sir. Software process will remain what, my dear chartered? Sir, same only. And that is right now, people, we are going to refer in our 8th point. Whatever the designs I am making, people, please listen to my words very carefully. Whatever I am indicating over here, please listen to it very carefully. Okay, my dear chartered? Yes, sir. And please do not write anything unless and until I ask you to write. Please. The first thing, people, we are starting is start. Okay. Every software is required to what, my dear chartered? Sir, it requires to be start. Yes, yeah, no? Yes. Design for start would be looking like a people rectangle. It's rectangle only. But remember, the angle should not be people 90-degree. It should be curved one. Understood? Sir, like this. These angles should be the curved one, understood? And not to the 90 degrees. Okay. If this would be 90 degrees, then it will become the process box and you will get 0. Understood? So first one, my dear child, your start box should be rectangle one, but the sides of this must be curved one and not the 90-degree. Okay. Write it on the command in this. Start. Understood? Sir, little bit difficult, sir. Yes, but whenever the difficulty is there, your professor JJ Baba is always there with you. So don't worry, people. I will give you the alternate for this. You can draw one more thing, people. Oval shape. And you can write it on the command over there. Start. Anything would be okay. Sir, I think so. Second would be far better than the first one because in first one there could be a possibility of mistake. And after losing the marks, sir, it's better to draw second one only. Understood, my dear chartered? Yes, sir. Always remember, do not write it down right now, please. Hey, my dear charters, let me prepare the financial statement, then you do the audit. Don't start your audit first. Waiter, ayo. Second one, my dear student. Okay. The way you start is the way you stop. Understood? Yes, sir. The start and stop designs are, my dear chartered, exactly same. Okay, sir. So for stop also, people, I need to refer the stop like this only. Understood? Yes, stop. Remembering this should be the curved one and not the 90-degree folded. Understood? Yes, sir. Better one, people, we have the solution for this is what? Sir, stop. Understood? Yes, sir. But always remember, my dear child, when you are traveling in bus with someone, okay, you are traveling in a metro or you are traveling in a train or you are traveling in a flight with someone, please, you need to get out from that train, metro or bus with the same person only. Yes, yeah, no. Do not hold the hand of somebody else. It means what, sir? You start with this and you stop with this. Will not be acceptable. Understood? With whom you will start will be the same thing, people, by which you will end your software. Understood? Yes, sir. Now, third one, my dear charter, the design is for input. Is for what, my dear charter? Input. Now look towards the design of input, my dear charter. Parallelogram. Okay. Yes, sir. Here, people, there will be two commands. One command is called as input, and sometime, my dear child, you may require to write it down the command called as read. How many commands are there? Sir, two commands. One is sir input command, and second one, my dear child, is the read command. Suppose, my dear child, if you got this information technology book, okay, from JKSA classes, all the data is there already. Yes, sir, it's already there. Then what is your responsibility? Sir, my responsibility is to read. So when the database is already given, then we will use which command, my dear child? Sir, read only. And if database is not given, the notebook in which you are making the notes right now, sir, we are inputting. Are you getting my point of view? Yes, sir. So when to use, my dear chartered, input command? Sir, input command will be used. 1 minute. When to use input command? Sir, when database is not given. Understood? Yes, sir. When the database are not given, my dear charter, then that will be regarded as what? Sir, we should write it down input. Okay? Yes, sir. When to use read command? Sir, exactly opposite. When in question database is given. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. When database is given. Now the question comes, my dear child, very simplified. Sir, how to understand when the database is given or not? Okay. So in question, my dear student, in question, okay, in question, if you can find the following words. Number one, data is to be read from terminal. From terminal. Second, computer database is having following information. Third one, third one, database contains following details. If you can find it out, my dear child, like this type of words in your question, then always remember you have to write it down or you should use the command which one, my dear child? Sir, read. Otherwise, sir, input. Agree, my dear child? Yes, sir. Come on. From seventh one, it's pending people to write it down. Yes, yeah, no. Yes, sir. Please write it down from the seventh one now. Done, my dear students. People, first you understood how the input command is, how to draw the input box, in which you have to write down the two command or any one command out of this two. That is the input command, or you need to write down a read command. Input command is when the question does not provide the database. But suppose in question, if you have the words like database is already given, data is to be read from the terminal, computer database has the following information, then definitely my dear children will be called it as what? Sir, will use read command. Done already, sir. Done. Done, my dear children. Okay. Now stop doing everything. Concentrate for the next one. Okay. Stop doing everything, my dear children, please. People, 7 point is that when we draw the flow chart, in which if I am suppose using any short form to define any variable, suppose for defining the simple interest, if I am using fi only, then when my flow chart ends, people, at the end of that flow chart, I need to provide the index of full form. Next one, people, please concentrate. Referring the fourth one design. Okay. Yes, sir. Fourth one design is for my dear chartered output. Stop doing everything. Please stop doing everything. Write it down output, which is very important to write. It will come in UPSC exams. Wait now, my dear charters. Output can be drawn people again into the two method. The way input was recorded, yes sir. You can write it down in the same way. Print, understood. Or there is a second way, my dear charter. Now, second way, please listen to me. Look towards the screen, please. In second way, my dear charter, your output would be like this. A straight line to be drawn. Yes, sir. Straight line like this. Yes, sir. Straight line like this. And then people like this. Sir, it's very dangerous. No, it's not dangerous, people. I am drawing once again in front of you by using the scale only. Yes, sir. You should also use scale. One straight line, another side, a small straight line, my dear charters. Okay, sir. Then This would be the straight line. Yes, sir. And then from here, like this. Understood? That is making S. Array, understood? Yes, sir. And you need to write it down the command print. Command will be always print only, okay? Yes, sir. But do remember one thing. Sir, when to draw first one or when to draw second one? So the answer is very simple. Whenever in question, if output is required to print, required to what, my dear chartered? Print. If you can see the word print over there, which word, my dear chartered? Print in the question. Then we will draw the second one print. Otherwise, the first one would be okay. Understood? Yes, sir. Please draw this now very fast. 1 minute. My dear charters, use black pen only. Done, my dear student. Everyone, come on. Next one, my dear charters, is the fifth one. And fifth one is, my dear chartered, process box. Which box? Process box. Now the best part of the process box is only one. So what is that? In case of process box, 1 minute, my dear chartered. Yes. In case of process box, my dear chartered, we need to do only rectangle. With 90-degree angles, only rectangle is required to be drawn. That's it. Understood? Yes. And no command in it. Inside, you do not require to write command also. Just like here, I had mentioned the start and stop, input, read, print. Like this in process box now, I get chatted. You do not require to mention anything. It is used only for calculation purpose. Used for calculation purpose. Understood, my dear child? Agree? Yes. Now, stop. Do not write it down right now, please. Next one, people, will be the sixth one, called as decision box. Okay. Yes, sir. And decision box is my favorite one. You know why? Because it involves my favorite people. Switch over here. Kaju Katri. Okay. Yes. Sir, why you remember all time food only? My choice. Now, listen to me, cadets. Listen to me very carefully. I am trying once again here just to explain you the things. See these people. Altogether, one, two, three, and four and ends are there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean to say the four corners are there. Yes. Now, obviously, people, some data will be coming from the top to this flow, this decision box. Yes, sir. So one will be reserved purely for the data input. Okay, from where the data is coming. So one angle will be, or one corner will be, my dear charted, purely utilized for what? Sir, to indicating that data is coming. So suppose one is wrong. Anyone can be used, now people, anyone. Okay. From the data it's coming. Okay. Yes. Now decision box, my dear charted, is always written with the word if or is. It will be always start with what, my dear charted, if or is. Then we will put the condition, and at the end, my dear charted, you must make question mark. Suppose if the question mark is not made, then my dear charted, you will be losing half marks. How much? Half marks. If the question is for 4 months, you are losing 2 months for not putting the question mark. Understood? Yes, sir. And that means what, sir? It is very simple. That we should write it down is or if. Then whatever the question we want to ask in numerical terms. And finally, sir, we should put our question mark symbol. Understood? Yes. So one is gone. Yes. Now how many corners are still left? Media charted. Sir, three. Now, people, if I want to ask you a very simple question, okay, how many of you want to become a chartered accountant? Sir, we are not sharing the screen with you for any jokes, sir. You should not ask this question, sir. My default all wants to become chartered accountant, sir. Okay. Next question is, suppose if your father asks you, okay, boys, only you should answer. Okay. I'll come to girls later on because they have some different opinion on this. Okay. Sir, always, yes, my sister is there and I have a lot of experience. Okay. Yes. Well, if your father gives you the option right now, would you like to get married? What would be the best outcome you can tell to your father? What would be the two most important answer you can give to your father? Sir, it could be either yes or either no. Yes, yeah. Yes, sir. There will be only two options. Understood? Yes. But whenever I ask my sister any question now, she is having third opinion. Can't say, maybe, might be, will be. Hey, what is this nonsense here? I am asking you the question which is very confined. Would you like to get married? Answer could be only two. Yes or no. Yes or no. Yes, sir. During the childhood time, just remember if your mama is so strict, mama used to, you want to buy a chocolate and then you will cry like this, mama, chocolate, 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 chocolate. Mama says, you will not get chocolate. And then we'll say, I will not eat food, I will not eat my food. Mama still places the plate in front of you. Would you like to eat? Then you have only two options, either to say yes or no. If you say no, mama takes the plate and put it into the kitchen. Then whenever your stomach is hungry, you want food, go and get it from the kitchen. That's it. So at that time, during our childhood time, how many options we had? Sir, only two. Either yes or no. Understood? So people, only two angles, now two corners will be utilized to answer this. Understood? Yes, sir. Please don't use third option, might be, can't say, maybe, don't. Please. Okay. Yes. Suppose if I want to use this two side, then I can use this two side, my dear child. Okay. Yes, sir. And remember, one major mistake which was done by the student. Okay. Answer could be two. Yes or no. Suppose, my dear child, if you write yes here, it will be disaster. Why? Because if yes, then we want to do something. If no, then we want to do something. But if you write it down in the front of the arrow, yes or no, then your whole flow chart is required to be redesigned. So always remember, yes or no should be always written near to your this arrow. Understood? Yes, and mention no. There will be always, my dear child, in decision box, input will be only from one end. Always remember, it will bring two outcome, either yes or no. There is nothing called a third option. So one side or one corner of this decision box, my dear child, always remain blank as it is. One will be used to get the data, and another two, my dear child, will be used to answer the data. Am I very clear to all, my dear charters? Say yes, yeah, no. Yes, sir. Come on. Draw this board very fast. I want to take one more thing. Okay. After this. But draw this two very fast. Yes, people. You can interchange yes or no. Even you can use yes or no at this side also, if you want. Okay. Yes, there is no condition at all. Only one thing, my dear child, you need to remember is two output will be there. One is yes and another is no. Agree. Yes, sure. So, moving to the last one, my dear child. Stop doing everything. In this people diamond box also please use scale. Wherever it's possible, utilize the scale only. Agree? Should we continue? Okay. Last one, my dear children, it's called as connectors. Ayyo. Okay. So when the connectors will be used. So let me tell you people, presume this is your notebook. Yes, sir. And my dear children, two pages are there. Okay. Yes, sir. Suppose, my dear child, here there is a process box. Yes, sir. Here there is a process box. And you come to the that your page is now comes to an end. Yes, yeah, no? Yes, sir. Suppose but process is not good. I want to continue in the on the next page. Then what should I do? Can I draw the line like this people on the second page? Answer is no. You can't draw like this line people when you want to indicate continuity on the next page. So in order to show my dear child continuity on the next page, what we need to do? We need to draw like this arrow. Whenever it comes to an end, people, not needed. Suppose if it is a my decision box, okay. Suppose it comes to end, I can draw here also. I need to use people one thing that is I will put a round, and in this I need to write any letter. Understood? Any letter, my dear child, except X. Understood? Don't write it down the X because X is troublesome. Array, not in that manner, array, please. X generally used, my dear child, to indicate that process end. Understood? So that will create the confusion. So don't use X here having so many letters. Understood? Yes. Your favorite letter you can select. Understood? Yes, sir. Now, entire data of this page got stored into where? Sir, into A box. So, on the next page, my dear chatter, what you have to do? Sir, you have to do very simple thing. We'll write it down A, round, and then arrow, and on the next page we can continue. Understood, my dear children? Yes, sir. And this is called as people connector. Connector is used, my dear children, whenever we want to change the page. Are you cleared with this? Please draw right now. Done already, children. Yes, my dear children. Remember one thing, which is a very, very, very important thing I want to tell you, is that tomorrow, my dear children, we are going to start with the actual flowchart questions. Kindly request to all my future starters to be there on time, or I would like to say, please log in and sit before the screen at least 2 to 5 minutes before the scheduled time. Please give your 100% attention, people, because anyway, when tomorrow we'll start with a very basic question, and then slowly and gradually, people will take you from the question of a 2 marks to question of a 4 marks, then question of a 6 marks, and finally the question of 8 marks. But to all these things, my dear student, you require a proper one thing revision of whatever I taught today, whatever the principles of flowchart I had given today. Second thing, proper black pen also with you, proper notebook also with you. Am I very clear to all my dear students? 100%. Can I take the permission from you to say bye bye to everyone? Yes, sir. It was very really nice and interesting session, people. Thank you so much.